it's been a struggle to try to get this done. Took a cat nap. You're fussing at me. You don't want to sit by yourself. Chew snacks. Play with toys. I can't. Are you gonna be quiet? You're smiling, so that probably means no, you're not gonna be quiet. Hey y'all, what's up? Thanks again for tuning in here with me. So, welcome to our first episode of check-ins and cocktails. I'm super excited. I can barely get my words out. I'm slightly super nervous. Hope I don't make a mess of myself. Right? Y'all, as you can see, I got the cocktails ready. If you hear that in the background, yes. You know, Journee is close by. That's her walking going on. Hopefully, I'm going to be overpowering that noise. You're probably going to see that I barely could get anything. Like, if I'm going to wait around, at this point, if I wait around for Journee to cooperate with me, y'all, I'm not going to get anything done. So I hope you enjoy still watching me while getting a little bit of Journee in the videos. But nonetheless, let's go ahead and get started. Welcome to Check-ins and Cocktails, where we are going to be checking in with each other no matter what's going on and seeing how we're doing mentally, in your hearts, whatever. We're going to be talking about it. I'm going to let you know what's going to be going on with me, and as well, we're going to be enjoying a cocktail at the same time, right? Yes. Toxic? Maybe, but who cares? We're canceling that toxic culture, calling all that stuff toxic and red flags, right? Let's go ahead, enjoy. Let's get some time to talk to each other. What's going with us in our mental space, heart space, whatever, just getting whatever that we need to off of our chest that's been going on the past couple of weeks. And of course, I love a good cocktail, so we're going to be sharing cocktails as well. So let's go ahead and get started. We're going to go ahead and make our first cocktail, which if you check my Instagram, which if you have not, follow me on Instagram. That's where you will get updates about me dropping videos. You'll get ideas about as far as what we're going to be drinking for our check-ins and cocktails, that drink for the month. So that is, let me plug that in. It's probably right there. But if it's not, that's going to be Ash D, like Denise, Land. That's on Instagram, just Ash D Land, right? And follow me, all right? Now, let's go ahead. If you've seen the post, we are making our Rosé Raspberry Sorbet Mimosa, right? So, I first as well just want to plug this really quick, and not paid, that basically that I got this little book cocktail set thingy from my Easy and Live box, which I have not reviewed it, but I have confirmed that they did bill me even though I meant to skip. So check out what's going to be in the box. Coming up for the month of November, my Easy and Live box subscription. You may or may not have heard about it, but it's geared toward African American women. And yeah, fast forward, we're not going to get too much into that. So last month in October's box, they gave us a bartend her cocktails recipe, and it has some great. Probably can't see it good. I'm a little bit far away from the camera, guys. Sorry about that, but there we go. So they just list off a whole bunch of cocktails, and me being the person that I am, our cocktail for today. Me being the person that I am, this was right up my alley. My friends, they know I love to make cocktails, so let's go ahead and get started. I definitely think I've rambled enough. With our Rosé Raspberry Sorbet Mimosa, all we needed was some raspberry sorbet ice cream, which is somewhat of a bit melting on me. I don't really think that matters. A bottle of rosé champagne or sparkling wine, and then as well some herbs. So you could have used rosemary. Suggestions were rosemary or mint, and they didn't have rosemary. I happened at my Harris Teeter right up the street, so And I'm going for mint. In no way, disclosure really quick, am I affiliated or promoting anybody. All right, this is not paid or anything. So choose whatever brand wine you like. Choose whatever brand mint you like. Choose whatever brand ice cream sorbet that you like. It really doesn't matter. I'm pretty sure. And we're gonna go ahead and let's start making this drink. So our directions say we're going to place 1 small scoop of sorbet into the champagne flute and then top it with champagne. And then garnish with herbs if using and serve immediately. So, of course, everyone drink responsibly, okay? Don't hold me responsible for whatever shiznits, shenanigans you get into, buffoonery even, whatever you get into after. It's not my fault. It does not say, as I said, we just need a bottle. So it doesn't specifically go into as far as how much is needed. So it's at your own discretion or whatnot. So I think y'all are going to make this cocktail. Y'all, first off, just to do this video, let me tell y'all, just to do this video, because Journee was not having it. This ain't even what my check-in was about, but I need a drink already for this one. I'm got a whole plan. I'm low-key a perfectionist as I'm still trying to learn as things go along. I know how I want my videos to look. I know kind of how I want things to kind of like flow. Either way, Journee's like, you ain't recording not one video, not without me. You either gonna hear me or they gonna see me. Which one you gonna want? So, cheers to stay-at-home moms. I'm new to it. Cheers to how y'all, if you're a YouTuber as well, you're able to do this. Cheers to you too. Leave me some comments. Let me know how you do this thing. Okay? Because I feel like I need to give a full disclosure. Like, hey, at this point, Journee gonna be in my videos. Like I want a whole setup and how I want it to look. And I'm sorry, Journee, but you and my check-in and cocktails just won't really fit in them. But I guess you're gonna fit in. So with that being said, y'all, as you can see, I'm at home. I'm going to be drinking responsibly. Don't come for me. I'm very well responsible enough adult to be able to have a drink and watch my child. Nonetheless, let's get on into this check-in because nonetheless, before we even jump on to that, why am I even jumping on that? How y'all like to drink, right? It's cool. Taste more, I guess, more raspberry because of the sherbet. Y'all let me know. Do y'all like more wines? Do we like more liquors? So we just like a mixture of the two. If you have a drink that you would like me to make and try, by all means. I don't discriminate. I pretty much like everything.
pretty much like everything. Maybe not. I've never had like Bloody Marys. I've never had a Bloody Mary, so don't send a Bloody Mary my way. We won't be having Bloody Marys here. Um, yeah. Um, so y'all, let's go ahead and talk about my check-in. So y'all, I wanted to check in because over the past couple of weeks, I probably can't even say weeks. I probably say over a month or so. Um, it's been a couple of months actually. Like I'm lowballing it. It's been a couple of months, and basically, if you watch one of my unboxing videos, I talked about getting Ashton learning stuff and getting stuff for him for just for extra practice because basically, y'all, my baby is hella behind, hella behind. So he's in the first grade, and two things happened. One thing happened was, of course, he experienced his school year, majority of all his school year, his first time in school, in virtual. Now, technically, he did start pre-K, but by the time he started pre-K, COVID hit. So he was only in pre-K, actually in school for about a month. In which I think from there, once they took him out of school, work was pretty more optional. It wasn't really more required as they were trying to figure it out. They were encouraging them to do certain assignments, and which we still did because I wanted them to have structure. But it wasn't like the following year where it was just like, okay, this is what we're doing. We're going to be all online. This is preparation. They need Chromebooks, whatever, whatever, whatever. So I won't say I've seen him struggle. I knew that virtual was just not for him at all, right? Like he's at home, he loves his toys, he's in there with his TV. Even with change of scenery, I would put him out in the living room instead of having him in his room or at a desk. No matter, it was just hard for him to stay focused. And hey, what can I say? I find it hard to stay focused too if I had to sit in in a virtual class, so I'm not hard on him on that, but as well I'm hard on myself because I feel like, and the reason why he's struggling is because I should have been following up and I wasn't. Maybe because I was still trying to understand working from home and with them being at home. Maybe it was just because my daughter, she had daycare, she kind of just thrived. And Ashton had daycare too, but of course, they came out of daycare once COVID, started or whatever or whatnot. So, of course, they passed him or whatever or whatnot. I won't even say that he shouldn't have passed, but maybe if I would have known what he should have known, maybe they shouldn't have passed him. Okay, I'll go ahead and say that. So, he started kindergarten, and one of my first things, and mind you, okay, as well, he went from virtual, and then as well, I let them finish virtual in Virginia. So they did not start, and that was my concern, is that, is the school systems but so different? Are we going to have, a big gap or whatever, whatnot? Because that was a concern. So that's why I kept them where they were, and then I moved them over next year. I moved them over for the following school year, since we had moved to North Carolina. So I had let his teacher know that was probably my concern, was how much had he grasped in kindergarten to be able to thrive now in the first grade. And she eventually emailed me letting me know that the work was challenging for him. Okay, cool. I reached out to some of my North Carolina friends, boom, 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 boom. Oh, he's supposed to be full-fledged on reading. Oh, my boy just know his ABCs, y'all. At the time, then, of course, it was ABCs, him still trying to he could very well recognize, so I don't even understand how he did not. Basically, when they kind of like did like a test on him, I guess, like the what it was like my baby didn't know nothing. He know nothing. Nothing. Might as well have been dumb. He didn't know nothing. And I was sitting like, for one, I'm like, I know you know some of this stuff. Okay, but he's supposed to be full-fledged on reading, right? I know he's supposed to be able to recognize the sounds of every letter. And math-wise, I'm still not even really sure even how far he is behind as far as math is concerned. Probably a lot. Like, he's probably still on kindergarten math grade levels trying to understand. But he does seem to be grasping it. Like, I cringe every time he comes home with these papers, y'all. And all I see is, it seems like they're getting more advanced. And while he's still slowly progressing. Basically, they end up coming at me. They end up coming at me. Not saying coming at me. They end up basically. We end up having a meeting because she ended up saying, excuse me. She ended up hold on, before I get there. She ended up reaching out to me asking did I mind with him getting extra help. And what that means for me, like in Virginia, redemption. Like you just like they call it redemption in Virginia. I do believe that's what they call it. But basically you just go into a small group or setting and they work more closely with you. Which I did feel like that probably would be very well more helpful for Ashton. So I was all for it. But then it became a problem when all of a sudden I'm getting an email. No, she sent me paperwork. This was weeks later. That mind you, I don't really know. I don't know how this automatically goes. So I get a paper and I'm like, and they want me to answer these questions. And I'm like, are y'all trying to tell me that my baby ain't slow? Not to say there's anything wrong with that, because at this point I'm sitting here like, is there a learning disability that I need to like know about, or is he just slower at learning? So I'm like, okay, just be open to this meeting, whatever. Yes, you're done right. I want to be into it. No, I don't want nobody to follow up with me after the fact. I want to be in the meeting or whatnot. We had the meeting. They basically let me know, confirm with them that for one, he came from another, school district in a whole other state. Two, he was completely virtual. And then as well, to my knowledge, no, he has not had any issues or struggles with learning, no issues with his ears. Like, we've never had an issue. His daycare teachers, nobody ever came to me and felt like there was an issue. And then part of me is just like, damn, was they enabling me? Did they not recognize something? I don't even know. So basically, y'all, I end up breaking down crying on this. Ooh, I ain't gonna do it right now either. I end up breaking down crying. Let's get a drink. That's probably gonna make you more emotional, ain't it? Yeah. And now I'm gonna slow down because I know I talk fast. So we have the meeting, right? And they basically let me know that he needs intensive. Yeah, you heard me. Intensive. They didn't call it redemption, but basically his grouping, the level that he was at, he needed intensively. And so for me, that was like, wow, that's how far he's behind. And he is. It's so basically this work that he sent home. It's like those little works where they get you a little paragraph and then they give you like one or two questions that you're supposed to answer. It's that type of work with a lot coming home. And basically he has to get a 1. He gets a 1, not even a 2. He would have got a 2 if he was able to complete it just with assistance. But because he's not able to comprehend what he it didn't seem like he comprehended, and then as well the sentence didn't make sense. You could just tell that he just copied. But I'm breaking down, y'all, and basically to even get to what my issue is I'm wrapping around the fact of my baby might have to repeat the first grade. And while that seems so minuscule, to me it's not. And it is minuscule to a degree, but I think it's not minuscule to the point because, of course, when you're a parent, when you start to become a parent, you don't think about that. You at least for myself, on my end, not even like, because of course what they say, like you need to watch or who you're making a baby with, whatever. I'm not trying. I'm not, be clear, not coming at nobody. My children's fathers, nothing. But a lot of these are things you don't necessarily think about when you're making these babies or you're having these babies until you actually get into the situation. So while I'm sitting here, I've been hurting, y'all, and I've been trying to wrap my mind around the fact of, okay, he might repeat the first grade. And I had to reach out to my sister. I had to reach out to even my fellow friends, like one of my friends who's actually a teacher in the North Carolina area. And she was just like, Ashley, this is when you want him to struggle. You don't want him to be, because she teaches like middle school, you don't want him to be in this grade and he can't read and all his friends recognize that he has an issue, or he has to leave, he has friends, and now his friends are realizing that he still is behind, or him realizing that his friends are moving forward. Basically saying if he does have to repeat 1, it's okay. Also for my sister, it is okay. It's a guarantee. It possibly is. He don't learn the same way as you may have learned. He may just be a slower learner. You might just have to find other things to other ways. And I think that's what it is as well. Is I get so upset at myself because I'm so hard on him, or even not even hard on him. Is obviously I'm not a teacher, so I get patient, I be patient, and then I get impatient. I'm patient. I'm patient. But when I'm like trying to show you like the pattern so that you can guess it on your own. So I don't have to tell you, and if you're still not getting it, I'm like, y'all, I just felt so bad because I was lost my patience. I lost my patience so bad that day, and I realized like I'm jumping here and there. So let me just, retrack a little bit. But it was basically like I'm basically at a place where I'm just trying to grasp it, and that it is okay if that is necessary. Doesn't mean things wrong with my child. Doesn't mean things wrong with anybody else's children. I don't need to try to compare him to anybody else's child. So my check-in really is just really about wrapping my mind around the fact of where my child is, and even hey, he might not even have to, but the way that things are going, I don't. And I'm a person who does not like. I speak things into existence. So I'm going to speak that whatever is best for him is going to be for him. That's what is going to be best. And I need to let it go. Doesn't mean I don't need to continue to work with him and do the after school work or whatever or whatnot. It just means that I need to just let things, be what they're going to be. Things are going to fall wherever they may. At this point, and I can speak whatever. Oh, look at this child, y'all. I gave her my 5-month-old, pull and peel Twizzler. Don't come for me. No judgment free space, right? Okay. So, but yeah, so her friends just let me know, hey, this is the perfect time. You don't want him to, it's perfect time if he does have to pee. This is the greatest time to do it. I stress out because it's like it seems like they want so much out of them for this, at this time. And I'm like, okay, maybe, because the kids are more advanced and da-da-da. But it does, y'all. It drives me crazy when you can grasp this Roblox stuff and so quick. And when I need you to be able to grasp the school stuff, it's not grasping as fast. I mean, hey, I get it. Maybe it's not as fun or like whatever, but that's where I'm losing my patience at, especially when you're not getting it. And I'm only trying to teach him the best way that I know how to teach him, right? How I learned, or how I think is the easy way, to grasp it. So, just put it out there. She did provide me with some resources. His intervention teacher, intensive intervention. That's what it was, intensive intervention. So she did, provide me with resources. So I think, obviously I have been expressing this, to, closer friends of mine, my sister, but maybe with really putting this out there, letting everybody know how, where I'm at, how I'm feeling like, I felt as a parent. Ooh, a slight trigger right there. Those words right there. Woo, drink time. But it's getting over the fact of my kids are not gonna be the same. They're not all gonna thrive and boom in academics, because academics may very well just may not be his thing. He may, like his dad said. I just remember his dad saying one time to me, "Yeah, I just made it." But because I know he like to cut up. He just like to cut up. He's foolish. He just likes foolishness and likes to cut up. So I could definitely see that. Possibly that could very well mean I might have struggled, in learning, in school with learning as well. That either way, everything's gonna be good. My boy's gonna be fine. I just been trying to, like I said, trying to digest, that he's at where he's at. I can only do but so much. Even if, to a degree, his teachers can only do but so much. And if this is where it ends up, then I know that this is what's best for him. If he does end up having to repeat, this is what's best for my child. It does not, say anything about me as a parent or anything like that. If anything, maybe I think these kids are just, I don't even want to say that. I believe it there because I realized I started rambling and repeating myself. And so I hope you enjoyed this cocktail and check-in. I'm excited. I cannot wait to do more. I can't wait to hear from you. So please, please, please comment, give me feedback. Let me know about what's been going on with you. Please, nobody, don't come for anybody. Don't judge for anybody in the comments. I don't know exactly how I can work out these comments, but I will fix you if I can. If I see you coming off and judging somebody else in these comments. I hope to see you back next time for our check-in and cocktails. Let me know if you liked it. Thumbs up for sure if you did like it. Subscribe if you want to see more of these. And I will catch you guys next time. Journee did good. Like, she was quiet this entire time. Let me get off here then.